So folks, in this video, we'll be discussing how you can get your stimulus check faster and quicker. Stimulus checks have already been sent out, and many people around the country have already seen a $1,400 stimulus check hit their bank account.
Change for middle class people, for poor people, people trying to get into the middle class in decades, in a very long time. And it has amazing things in it. The checks are going to start arriving today. New Yorkers should start receiving the checks today, and many of them will get them this week. We promised that. The Republicans blocked it. We said, put us in power, we'll get it done. The vaccination process is moving far more quickly than people imagined. And hopefully, as the president said, there'll be enough vaccines for everyone by May 1st, by July 4th. Maybe we're getting back to normal. Taking children out of poverty, half the kids in America out of poverty. That's a generations old dream. Getting the schools open quickly and safely. How did we do all this? Plus so much more.
Now folks, tell me in the comments down below, have you received your third stimulus check from Congress? And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel, turn on post notifications, and give this video a like.
We had Democratic unity. I think, look, I have a diverse caucus from Bernie Sanders to Joe Manchin, and we have no margin for error with 50 votes. But every member of our caucus, to each of his or her credit, realized that we had to get this done. And not everyone would get everything they wanted. We tried to incorporate as many things as people wanted, but everyone realized that if you put in something that you really wanted, but it would push other people to vote no, we couldn't get it done. And I believe that kind of unity will continue. Look, this time we couldn't work with Republicans. We'd like to work with Republicans, but our number one goal is big, bold action. And we have to get that done. There's a moral imperative from the people. If we don't show people that government can work, which we began to do in a very real way this time, they could elect another demagogic person or even Trump. They want to see hope. They want to see government work. That's our economic, political, and moral obligation.
Now, some Americans are already seeing the latest round of stimulus payments in their bank accounts, as the first batch of funds is already rolled out. Joe Biden said this week that many people will receive a stimulus check. The White House on Thursday had announced that the payments would go out as soon as this weekend for those who have direct deposit information on hand at the Treasury and the IRS. Processing of the first stimulus payments began on Friday, and more will roll out, in the coming weeks. That's according to what the Treasury Department official told reporters on a Friday call. By Saturday morning, several people had posts on social media about seeing their stimulus payments pending in their bank accounts.
Be around for a year. Are you going to push to make them permanent?
Absolutely. That's one of the most important things we can do. We can change America if we make them permanent. Look, when a child is born into poverty, they don't get adequate nutrition. They don't get adequate health care. They don't get adequate housing. They don't get adequate education. And by the time they're 18, there's many steps behind. If we can eradicate child poverty, it will be so good for these kids, their families, but for all of America and our economy. It's a very important goal. We want to make it permanent. I'll do everything I can to make it permanent.
Leader Schumer, in today's New York Times, there's a story among all the things in that COVID relief package. One of the surprises was $2.75 billion for private schools. Funding for private schools that you pushed into the bill. Why do private schools need funding? Federal funding, that is.
Well, look, let me just say first, the public schools come first. This package has more money than the first two packages put together, $160 billion. But look, kids in private schools, especially minority kids, especially poor kids, and there's a provision in there that says that's where it's got to be aimed, public.
As we all look forward to the chance to do those open to everybody town hall meetings in person. I've had 970 of them. Nothing better than to have Oregonians look you in the eye and tell you how they see things. And I really am looking forward to that. That's going to be special. I also want to today thank the historian. I'm in their offices today. They're in effect providing a venue where I can pop open my laptop and then hear from everybody on the coast. I'm just going to have a couple of quick comments and then we want to take questions. I flew home to Portland at the end of the week. As you said, it has been a challenging few days. I was on the floor basically for over 24 hours. As the chairman of the Senate Finance Committee, we had more than half of the bill. And I will just tell you, my view is this relief package.
Starting Monday, people can check the status of the payments using the IRS Get My Payment tool online. No action is required for most people to receive the money. Social Security recipients and those who receive Veteran Affairs should also receive the money automatically, even if they don't file taxes. The full $1,400 payment goes to individuals earning less than $75,000 of AGI. Heads of households, like single parents, earning less than $112,500. The payments gradually phase out, however, as the income goes up. And lawmakers narrow the scope for this third round of payments so that not everyone who received the previous check will be sent one now. It cuts off at individuals who earn at least $80,000 a year of AGI, heads of households who earn at least $120,000, and married couples who earn at least $160,000 regardless of how many children they have. The stimulus bill that was signed into law this week includes a welcome tax break for unemployed workers. The law waives federal income taxes on up to $10,200 in unemployment insurance benefits for people who earn under $150,000 a year, potentially saving workers thousands of dollars. States that currently tax unemployment benefits have yet to decide whether they will allow those state taxes to be waived as well. The change is good news for many taxpayers who could save as much as $25 billion, according to the Wall Street Journal. But it also affects an already complex tax season. Taxpayers who received PPP loans or unemployment benefits last year are best off waiting to file taxes for two reasons. First, it will take at least a few days, if not longer, for tax software to reflect recent changes in the law. Second, some states may change the tax law to follow the federal guideline. States including Alabama, California, New Jersey, and Pennsylvania, just to name a few, already exempt unemployment benefits from taxation. Many taxpayers have held off on filing 2020 taxes so far. About 12 million fewer tax returns were filed in early March this year than in 2020, according to IRS figures. Now, if you're age 65 or older, and you have a child dependent age 16 or younger, who qualified for an extra $500 under the CARES Act, or an extra $600 under the December stimulus bill, you will have to claim your stimulus payment on behalf of eligible dependents as a recovery rebate credit. Social Security recipients and retired railroad workers who were not required to file a tax return in 2018 or 2019 were eligible for the first two stimulus payments and were not required to file a tax return to get their check, according to the IRS. SSI recipients without dependent children should have received stimulus payments automatically without having to file any additional paperwork. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I truly appreciate everyone's amazing support. Until next time, have a great day and stay safe.